Tournament opens. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Bet raise, re-raise. You kind of expect him to bet 7-8 on the turn a lot. He could have a lower straight. He could have tried to check raise a hand like 7-8 of spades or something. Okay. This is just a very, very clear call. Stacks are relatively deep. He's probably not going to get an ace queen anyway, and keeping the fish in is just really unbelievably important. I dominate a lot of his calling range. If I flop a pair, decent chance I stack him. I guess Jungleman was just bluffing. He could have had like 5-6. It's hard to say, really. This is right to be a semi-interesting hand. Similar to a hand my buddy told me he played actually in the 5K shootout today against John Duthie, where John Duthie 3-bet pre-flop and then bet 3 streets and bet the river small, and ended up just having the bottom set that he like bombed pre-flop with pocket sevens. John Duthie's a gangster though. Yep, pretty easy call here. Not really much else to say. I think that he folds all his bluffs. I can't get him to rebluff. He doesn't have a lot of worse value hands. I'm not really stoked to get it in. He checks. I'm gonna bet 20. What am I gonna bet? I'm gonna bet 27.50. Again, a spot I assume he never really shoves. I'm going to be very confused if he does. Seems like it would be a fold. It's kind of the bottom of my betting range. Ooh. Ooh. Very interesting. Seems like ace king with the ace of hearts is a decently likely hand for him. It seems like for him to check call the turn, he's going to have a pair plus a flush draw a lot. On the other hand, nah, it's just a check. I'm going to lose like ace 10 sometimes. That's going to be kind of annoying. Ooh. He tried to trick me. I think both our plays is pretty standard there. Yeah. His turn bet just looks so unbelievably strong. He stacks a lot of the hands that he stacks by betting by checking anyway. Like I have to go bet with a flush. As it was, I almost turned this into a bluff. I didn't really almost do it. I just had to piece it out that he wasn't going to fold the river a lot. Anywho, see if there's some other games running. Oh, cool. There are some other games running. Stack set up pretty good on the river, I think. I think maybe I should bet smaller on the turn because I'm aiming to get called by pair plus draw hands. I could also check just because the problem is if he has a lot of one heart hands, giving a free card to a hand with that many outs when the pot is that big is kind of annoying. And if he calls with worse hands some of the time, which he presumably would, I think my bet's good. Blank rivers I was definitely going to check. Which wouldn't really make sense to shove. I guess I would. It's easy to say in retrospect, but I think I would check a king as well, just because the hands that I'm looking to get called by on the turn, those ace queen, ace 10, maybe like queen jack one heart hands. I don't think they're very likely because of preflop, but work with me here. Those aren't going to call the river on a king. There's just no bluffs you can put me on, really. I have to have turned some sort of pair into a bluff that I call on the flop, which I think his flop bet, it's not like super strong or anything, but I think it's strong enough that calling with 6-7 suited would be bad. At least randomized by calling with like Jack 9 suited, where you have better equity against straight draws and stuff. Unless it's something situational, I think my flop calling range there is relatively tight. You might not know that though, so. Alright. Just gonna call 2-1 in position. Don't feel like 3-betting. Yada yada yada. Easy call. No sense in raising and folding out. All the hand, or I mean, I guess there is some rationale to raise with a hand like this. I don't think it's best though. It's a board he thinks I could be bluffing a lot, so there's the chance I get rebluffed. There's a chance that he plays draws pretty quick. Just gonna bet here. He'll call with like some ace high draws and stuff. Also, not giving a free card to some hands is bad. It's a little weird though because a lot of the hands I'm trying to get him to fold are hands that I think that I mean, given what we saw, I'm just gonna check raise this. Just seems like the appropriate play. Kind of small, more likely he spews to it. Yeah, I guess that makes sense for him. It is different because on the other hand he was the donker, but still he's been playing a lot of hands. I feel okay about it. I mean, once you get the vibe that the guy's not a folder, his range is real wide. I think him rebluffing me there, there's definitely a chance that occurs. Or him just like jamming with King 7 suited. I'm happy with my play there. Definitely close though. Yeah. Would call with a decent amount of hands there because this guy is likely to call behind. And also, since Jungleman and I are so deep, I'm not going to 4-bet hands like jacks, 10s, 9s, so I can rep some relatively strong bluff catchers on most boards. Easy call here. Don't like 3-betting this hand at all, really. Just plays good in a single raise pot. Makes a lot of decent pairs and draws and stuff. Yeah. I'm just gonna raise this flop. I don't really like it when he bets small because I think it's more likely he's inducing. But it was my plan, and I'm just not gonna get deterred from it. If he calls, though, I likely will give up on most cards. Depends, though. It's kind of the thing where if I think that he's betting a lot of inducing hands with that size, once he calls, it's unlikely that he then folds. Because once he's induced my bluff, he's a good enough player to know that he's not going to then fold at that point. This isn't like 100% certainty because he could just have a hand like pocket eights and have misclicked and bet at 166 or any number of things. There's a lot of possibilities, but even with a hand like that, he might not full turn. One thing is that he probably would 3-bet sats on the flop, maybe raise the turn with them, so by the time he gets to the river, it's more weak bluff catchers.